questions I get asked regularly as a presentation coach. How do I stop myself from rambling and going off at tangents? Now, this is often about preparation. If you want to make sure that you stick to what you want to say, you need to have prepared what you want to say. I would suggest having a clear structure in your head or on your notes in front of you, and probably on your slides as well. Past, present and future. You talk about what's happened, you talk about what's happening now, you talk about what's going to happen. Doesn't mean all three of those have to be the same length of time, but it's a useful structure. Have a structure like 5 things you need to know about something. Here are the FAQs for this topic, or the 5 classic mistakes, or the 5 myths about something, or the 3, or the 5, or the 7, or the 10, whatever number suits you, or whatever length of time you've got. But you really need to, and I've completely forgotten the topic of this. Okay, I'd completely forgotten the topic I was talking about, and it was rambling. So that's what I started to do. I started to ramble. Because actually I hadn't prepared enough. I should have looked down at my notes, checked out what my topic was, and then I could have talked more coherently. So that's just a classic example of it in action. Not planned, I swear. Rambling, though, is also about nerves. So you need to make sure that your nerves are under control with some deep breaths, relaxing, calming yourself before you start. And if you find yourself going into panic mode, just stop, pause, take a sip of water, relax, gather your thoughts, and start again. I think the other one to do is to aim for a full stop. A lot of people, when they're talking, particularly if they're sort of talking off the cuff, will just go into long, unstructured sentences and non sequiturs. They don't really end anywhere. They're just a thought or maybe a phrase. Here's another clause, and they just carry on going. And really, that's when you really start going off at tangents, because there's no structure to it. Whereas if you talk in short, sharp sentences or clauses, it's much easier to understand and it's much more focused. And you can hear in my voice when I come to that full stop. So that also will help you to stop rambling. Hope that helps. If you want more tips from a presentation coach, like, follow, subscribe.